December 10th is officially 4Runner Tuesday. Guys, we have a ton of information, official press release from Toyota. Not only that, but the specifications. Here's a press release. We have the specifications here. Most importantly for a lot of us, we have pricing. Guys, grab your snacks and drinks, buckle in, and let's get up to speed with the new 4Runner. I'm recording this on Monday afternoon. Tuesday, when this is going live, I am going to the east coast of Florida, Fort Lauderdale. I'll be with the new 4Runner. I'll be with other Toyota products. I'll be driving, not the 4Runner. I'll have to wait. Coming in this press release, it's early 2025, right? I can, embargo's over. So early 2025, we'll talk about pricing. But yes, when most of you are watching this, I'm with Toyota in Fort Lauderdale. So stay tuned for that sort of coverage coming down the hatch in the next couple of days. Hopefully a good handful of videos from that short time in Lauderdale. We have a lot of grades. We know that there are two new grades. There's the Trail Hunter and the Platinum, adding to what's now a total of 9 grades. We knew about these powertrains because that's what is on the Tacoma, right? The 2.4 turbo, and then you also the 2.4 turbo hybrid. Now that reaches 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. 8-speed auto, just like the Taco as well. At that event I'm attending today, or should I say tomorrow, it just depends on when you're watching this, I believe that there will be a 4Runner Platinum, which is one of the new grades alongside the Trail Hunter, right? So I'm excited to bring you some Platinum coverage, so stay tuned for that. Okay, here it is. Fans can expect 4Runner to hit dealerships January 2025. So, well, they're made in Japan at the Tahara plant. So they're rolling off the assembly lines now, then they get on a boat, cross the Pacific Ocean, get on rails, get on trucks after they get through the ports, and then they'll be arriving at your dealers. Now, I'm not going to get too much in this press release. Most of this has been made available when the vehicle, the 6th generation 4Runner was debuted back this spring. So I'm not really going to get into the nitty gritty here. The TRD Pro exclusive color we knew was Mudbath, which is already detailed for us in the spring. So I'm not going to bore you guys with this long press release. I want to get into the pricing, guys. This is huge. The pricing, oh my gosh, you guys know I nerd out. We got the spreadsheet. We're busting out the spreadsheet for the 4Runner. I don't know what I just pressed there, but it's only gone up $65 base trim to base trim. Well done, Toyota. Now, in 2024, there may have been a mid-year price creep. Wouldn't surprise me, but hey, it's very minimal price increase. Destination is not included in here, but it's the same year over year. I want to say yes, here we go. It is $1,450. $1,450 was the same year over year. All right, so let's get back into the pricing. The entry level is the way to go. Now, I haven't looked at this a whole lot, but just the entry level SR5 is the way to go. Every other model that has the somewhat equivalent new model, should I say, from generation to generation, trying to carry over one to the other, like it's hard, right? Because the 5th gen 4Runner is ancient. So it's lacking so much of the new technology with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, for example, that just didn't exist 15 years ago or so when the 5th gen came out. And they never really updated the 4Runner too much. There's just so much more tech in the new one that's available. I think most 4Runner people are going to be all about not the base rear wheel drive, but the 4x4 here. The 4x4 SR5 at $42,580 was last year's price. It's only gone up less than $200 here to $42,770. This is probably going to be the most popular trim right here because, wow, look at these price creeps. Now, like I said, it's a bit apples to oranges because an TRD Sport in 2025 is going to be equipped quite differently than a TRD Sport 5th gen, right? Some people will say, well, my 4-liter V6 is gone, or, you know, the simple, the tried, the true, the naturally aspirated, whatever, that's all gone. I understand that. That's why I'm saying, like, the SR5 and the small, tiny, minuscule price creeps is the outlier here, and definitely going to be the volume model, because the 3,600, 3,000, 5,000 plus. This one stuck out a lot to me. But look, there's more. The limited costs a lot more because there's so much more tech and features available now. So it's like apples to oranges. It's really hard to compare them directly. But with that being said, I feel like the SR5s can be compared directly because they are the base models. You guys can pick apart. I mean, I'm not going to go trim level to trim level and say, hey, you know, a 5th gen TRD Sport rear wheel drive has this and this model for 2025 has that. There's just too much. We'd be here for days. Let's move on from the 2.4 turbo with 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, if that's correct. Did I get that right? 278 horsepower, 317. Close enough. All right, so we're moving on from that to the iForce Max, which has, let me see if I can get it, 326 horsepower and 465. Yes, okay, I got that right. Now, you might be saying, Kirk, you just cheated and looked, but no, I didn't. I'm not that smart to look ahead. If you want the iForce Max Hybrid, which is it adds tons of torque. It's a little bit better performance, a little bit better fuel economy, not by much, but it adds weight. But it is nice on the trail because of the electric motor torque. All right, but it is heavier. So it's like there's a trade-off here, so keep that in mind. If you want to get your feet wet, so look at the TRD Off-Road. Let's get the calculator out for this. What is the price creep for iForce Max here versus non-iForce Max? 51,990, and we're going to, where's our off-road right here? TRD Off-Road is 49,190. Is that it? So there's a $2,800 price creep if you want the hybrid iForce Max, all right? At least on the TRD Off-Road. So let's look at limited 57,400 minus the limited 2,800. So there you go. It's regardless of which trim level you get iForce Max or not get iForce Max. If you want to get the iForce Max, it's $2,800 extra, and you guys be the judge of whether it's worth it. And I totally forgot to include the TRD Pro here, and the reason is because, well, it's iForce Max only, so it doesn't really equate because of the change in powertrains. So TRD Pro costs $55,170, which is an $11,000 increase. Now, is there a package on the TRD Pro or something that I can increase the price? Sliding rear cargo deck, running boards. Not really, I guess. I could if I wanted to, but it's not going to change the price. It's still about $11,000 plus dollar difference from TRD Pro. Now remember, the current one does not have a hybrid, but if you wanted to look at TRD Pro versus TRD Pro, yeah, it's a huge difference. Now looking at the Trail Hunter is the same price as the TRD Pro. Now I want to put this in here for you guys. Would you be picking the new 4Runner TRD Off-Road Premium iForce Max at $57,700, or getting the J250 Land Cruiser 1958? Now, this is probably going to be equipped a little bit better. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what you guys have to say. What are you picking here? If we look at it, the Land Cruiser, I think with the Land Cruiser can get the optional package, right? You can get the Land Cruiser with the premium package, which is $4,600. I'm building it over here. I should probably put this on your screen. You guys can see $4,600. What do I have to do? Let's click the Java interior for sure. All right, so that gets this up to, well, after destination, 68,850 minus 1,450, so 67,400. Oh man, honestly, I'd be picking any of the Land Cruisers. I like how the Land Cruiser looks more. It has the Land Cruiser nameplate to it, which, yeah, I'm going to be a sucker for in this situation. The range toppers here, the Trail Hunter and the TRD Pro, are about $67,000. Sorry, unless you're overlanding a lot or doing high-speed off-roading, I'd just be picking the Land Cruiser. I don't know about you guys. What do you think at these prices? It's just so much overlap. Like, why? I mean, wouldn't it just be easier at this point? I know 4Runner fans would lose their minds because a 4Runner is a staple in the Toyota diet for decades in the United States. It has so much history. Toyota prints money with this thing, but wouldn't it just be easier, because a 4Runner is essentially a Land Cruiser, in my opinion, shares the same technology, same platform, same engines at this point. Wouldn't it just be easier to cancel the 4Runner and have more Land Cruiser offerings? I don't know. Is that sacrilege to you guys? I feel like that's a very good question. Maybe the 4Runner exists as a bit just of the base model, right? That's the thing. The Land Cruiser we cannot get with a diesel. We can't get it in a manual. We can't get it. Actually, I don't know if the J250 even comes with a manual. I doubt it. That's for the 70 series, but like we can't get the Land Cruiser in diesel. Like I said, we cannot get it naturally aspirated. We cannot get it with the 2.4 turbo non-hybrid like the 4Runner comes in. But that would have been a great option. I feel like that would just summarize, like it would just make the lineup a little bit easier. I feel like the 4Runner maybe would do best just as a base model off-roader for Toyota, and then you have the Land Cruiser as different models. I don't know. I don't have the right answer, but like, look at all these different pricings for the 4Runner, tons of different 9 different trims, and then the iForce Max models are directly competing with the Land Cruiser, which I feel like, I don't know. I know that these provide unique features, but that's the thing. Like, they stripped down the Land Cruiser in the United States. They took out the third row. If you want the J250 with a third row, you need to go get a Lexus. Some of these models, like the Limited, for example, might only exist on the SR5. I think these are the only 2 grades that get the third row as an option. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Once you're over $50,000, why don't you just get the Land Cruiser? That's just my take, but I'm a simple guy. I like less options on the menu. There's just so many options here on the 4Runner / Land Cruiser menu that I just gravitate towards the better looking, more nostalgic for me Land Cruiser model once you're over $50,000. Otherwise, I'm just going to recommend the SR5 for most people out there. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say. Yes, if you guys want to pause, you can look at the spec sheet here. If you want to look at the product information, the fuel economy. I mean, maybe if some of you guys will nerd out about the fuel economy. I did a fuel economy test on the Land Cruiser 1958. Go and check that. I think I got 23 miles per gallon, and that's what the iForce Max gets here, is 23 miles per gallon. So there's no secrets there. I'm excited to see the Platinum today. I want to see how it compares to the Land Cruiser, for example, because we're talking Land Cruiser money with this Platinum at $62,000. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments and in my future Toyota videos that I'm probably recording at the time you guys are watching this in Lauderdale. So thank you guys for watching. I mean, holy cow, you could really geek out here. Sorry, I'm trying to wrap this up, but look at what comes standard per trim level. Guys, that we would be here for eons. We'd bring in the new year with the 4Runner product information sheet. That is intense. Yeah, no more KDSS on these models, which is going to, rub people the wrong way. Only way you get KDSS and Land Cruiser 4Runner in America, I think, is on the GX 550 Overtrail. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Long live the 4Runner. I'm happy with the SR5 pricing. Outside of that, I'm getting a Land Cruiser. I already said that over and over. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.